Hello readers and welcome to another reading lesson. Today we are in Module 3, Week 1, Lesson 2, and we are going to be reading an extra super fun book today, but I want to start by going over our vocabulary for today and going over our anchor chart before we get into this super fun, awesome book. Alright, so we're going to do our vocabulary first. Our first word is propel. Say that word. Very good. Propel is a verb. If you propel something, you make it move in a certain direction. So for example, if you take a look at this image here, dolphins propel themselves forward by using their tails. Like I can propel my chair, watch, ready? Woo, backwards by pushing with my arm. So I can propel or move myself this way. Our next word is sinking. Say sinking. Very, very good. Sinking is a verb and action word. If something is sinking, it goes down below the top part of water or soft things like snow. So for example, in this picture, this boat is sinking. It's going beneath the water. So if I'm floating, I'm on top of the water. If I'm sinking, I'm going under the water. Next word is spring. Say spring. Good. Spring is a verb. If you spring, you jump. So for example, these kangaroos are springing. They are jumping off the ground. So I'm going to spring for you now. If I am here, okay, if I spring, I jump. Now I'm on this side of the screen. That's springing. Next word is hunts. Say hunts. Very good. Hunts is another verb or action word. If an animal hunts, it tries to catch food to eat. So for example, the lynx moves quickly as it hunts the rabbit. So this lynx is hunting this rabbit. Poor rabbit. And he might creep up, he might sneak up and then get him. That's him hunting. And our last one is stubby. Say stubby. Very good. Stubby is an adjective or a describing word. If something is stubby, it's short and thick. So for example, this dog right here, he's so cute, has little stubby legs. Look at him, he's so cute. He's got stubby legs. He is short and thick. All right. So that's all our vocabulary for today. Now we're going to talk about our text features. Our anchor chart is another one on text features today. So we're talking in this one about photographs up top. It says photographs photos are pictures taken with a camera, and captions are words or sentences about a picture. So we see up here we've got our picture, and underneath it we've got words, we've got our caption. Our text features, remember, authors choose text and graphic features to help explain ideas or to help readers locate information. Text could be in different colors, and the colors can mean something or can just be for fun. And bigger text is more important than smaller text. So, now, I think I'm ready to read this super awesome story with you. I hope you're ready to read this awesome story. But this isn't like all of our typical stories. Today, you're not going to need a composition notebook. You're not going to need a My Book. All I need you to do is listen and participate. But I got to pull my book from down here. I can't get it off my desk. It's not going to fit on my desk because look, we're reading a big book today. So we're reading this one. It is pretty big. Miss Meadows is going to do her best to maneuver her way so that you can see the entire book while we're reading. This book today, the title is Best Foot Forward, Exploring Feet, Flippers, and Claws. The author or the person who wrote the story is Ingo Arndt. And what do you think, from looking at this page, what do you think this story is going to be about? Look at the cover. What's your prediction on what this story is going to be about? Yeah, probably animal feet, because we know in this module in Amazing Animals, we're talking about animals. We see that the title is Best foot forward and we look at the text features or the pictures to see that there are different animal feet. How crazy is that? So we're going to open this up. All I need you to do is follow along and listen. Whoa, look on this page. Look at all of these animal feet. How cool. All right, this one's going to be a little hard for Miss Meadows to hold, so just be careful. Just if I don't point to the words, please don't be mad at me because it's a little hard for me to hold. All right, I haven't mastered the big book art yet. Okay, here we go. This says, whose foot is this? Do you have any guesses? What do you think? Use your detective skills. Whose foot is this? Let me hear you say it into your microphone. Let's see if it tells us. Look at here, how awesome. It says down here, animals have very different feet depending on whether they are big or small, go fast or slow, or travel on the ground, in water, or high in the tops of trees. That foot we saw is a tiger's. With the soft cushion pads on its feet, a tiger can creep up very quickly on its prey and then click, out come the claws. So I'm looking here and I see, like we were talking in our anchor chart, tiger is in a different color. That helps us to see the answer to the question on the last page. Now we've got a lot of pictures and take a look. Those pictures have captions. They have words underneath them that are going to help us to understand what we're looking at. So I'm going to go like this so this is a little bit easier to hold and so that you can see these awesome pictures. This says, this is the foot of a cope snail. Its wave-like motions enable the snail to crawl across a meadow. Ooh, pretty cool. And we're going to go underneath and we're going to read this one. Whoa! With this foot, the long-horned beetle can climb tree trunks and branches. The hairs on the underside of the foot keep it from slipping off. Look how cool that foot looks. In here, we've got, this is the giant foot of an elephant. Since an elephant is so big and heavy, the soles of its feet are soft and springy to help cushion its walk. Ooh, very cool. And then here, an ostrich has only 2 toes, but these toes grip and help the bird run remarkably fast. Very cool. So those are feet that walk. So if we have feet that walk, what other kinds of feet do you think we're going to see? Let's turn the page. Ooh, look at this one. I can't wait for you to see it. Ready? You got to guess what this one is. It says, whose foot is this? Whose foot is this? Any guesses before I give the answer and the book gives the answer? Let's see. We're talking about feet that climb now. This is a leaf-tailed geckos. The gecko hunts for insects high up in the trees. Animals that live in trees need feet for walking and for climbing. So we see our label up here, feet that climb. We're looking for, these are animals who use their feet to help them climb up to high places. So we're going to go over to this side and we're going to learn a little bit more. Oh, here we go. The red-eyed tree frog climbs the trees of the rainforest. It uses its toes to grip onto branches and even onto leaves. Fun fact about Miss Meadows, when I was a little kid, I was really, really scared of red-eyed tree frogs. Those red eyes kind of freaked me out, but now I think they're kind of cute, and I hope you do too. Down here, we see another gecko. The tokay has ribbed toes that cling to smooth surfaces so it can climb up walls and walk along the ceiling. Pretty cool. Now over here, more feet that climb. A sticky liquid comes out of the toes of the red-eyed tree frog that helps the frog hold on tight. But, ew, a sticky liquid. That sounds kind of gross. But that's a way that it helps keep this animal safe. He uses that sticky liquid to cling on so he can climb. And then this one is a chimpanzee can grip with its feet, which help it swing through the trees. And if you look, their hands kind of look similar to our hands because they have a thumb just like we do. Pretty cool. All right, I wonder what one we're going to do next. Oh, here we go. This one looks kind of creepy. It says, whose foot is this? Whose foot is this? Oh, do you see the book? It's on my head. Silly. Any guesses on who that foot is? Oh, Miss Meadows really likes this one. This is feet that swim. It's a duck's. The webbing between its toes make the duck an expert at paddling. Animals that swim need feet that help propel them in the water. There's one of our vocabulary words, propel them or push them forward. Let's see what special things we've got over here. This is the back foot of the Australian freshwater crocodile. The webbing helps the crocodile climb up slippery, muddy riverbanks. Ooh, so that webbing helps them to cling on. So they can cling and swim. They can climb and swim. Over here we've got the African clawed frog, also has powerful webbed feet on its back legs. Ooh, interesting. Down here, this is the foot of a seal. It's called a flipper. That helps them to propel forward. Seals can't walk at all. They wriggle on their stomachs and use their flippers for swimming to help propel them forward. How interesting. All right, we've got another one. Ooh, this one is interesting. Whose foot is this? Not Miss Meadows' foot, I promise you that. Do you have any guesses? What do you think? Any guesses? Let's find out. My mom would love this one. This is her favorite animal. This is feet that dig, a tortoise's feet. The tortoise uses its strong claws to dig in the sand. Animals don't just use their feet to walk, climb, or swim. Some use them for digging, like the tortoise. And look, we've still got that colorful title there to help us know the answer to our question. All right, here we've got this picture, feet that dig. The mole's feet are like strong shovels with long, flat claws. They are perfect feet for digging long tunnels under the ground. And then here, the beautiful spotted foot belongs to the red-footed tortoise, which lives in the Amazon rainforest in South America. A female digs a nest for her eggs deep in the moist soil. Ooh, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Feet that dig. Let's keep looking. Ooh, this one I don't know what it is. This one looks a little creepy too. Whose foot is this? Any guesses? Any of you animal experts know? Miss Meadows isn't even sure. Let's see if we can find out. I'll give you a hint. It's feet that jump. Any ideas? It's a kangaroo's. With its very long back feet, the kangaroo can jump as far as 12 meters or 40 feet. Animals that depend on jumping need powerful legs and strong feet. So the kangaroo needs their feet to jump. The snow hare can also jump fast and far. The thick fur on its feet keep it from sinking into the soft snow. With its clingy toes, the squirrel, down here, is a very skillful climber. Strong back legs and feet help it spring from tree to tree. There's another one of our vocabulary words, spring, or to jump. Very nice. All right, next one. I love this book. It's so interesting. Wait till you see this one. Whose foot is this? Look at that. I wonder what it is. Do you have any guesses, animal experts? I'll give you a hint. It is extraordinary feet. That means really awesome feet. Ooh, this one is, let's see if anyone got it right. This one is a lobster's. The lobster has feet like snapping scissors on 6 of its 10 legs. Feet can be quite extraordinary. Ooh, here we've got this sea star. Has 5 arms with hundreds of tiny suction feet that help it grip the ocean floor and not be swept away in the current. Over here, an octopus also has suction cups on its 8 tentacles. Here, short stubby legs help this death head's hawk moth caterpillar climb up plants to find good leaves to eat. And here, the caterpillar's feet, have moist bristles that help keep it from falling off. Ooh, so those are some extra extraordinary ones that do some really special things. That's awesome. Alrighty, so that is the end of our story. I really loved reading this one with you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is I want you at this point to get out your composition notebook, and I want you to either draw or write one thing you learned in this story, and I want you to be prepared to share it with the class. So either draw a picture of something you learned from the story or write something that you learned from the story. And we're going to come together as a class and we're going to do a graphic organizer together. And I want you to be prepared to share what you either drew or wrote with the class so we can add it to the graphic organizer. Thank you so much for learning with me and reading with me today, and I can't wait to see you later. Have a good rest of your day.